Number 11. By this time tomorrow, we may be the ones to tell you the federal government is on the verge of shutting down. Tonight, we're joined by two of the men who could keep that from happening, though that looks less and less likely. I'm joined by Democrat John Lewis and Republican Tom Graves. Gentlemen, thanks a lot for being here. You two are about as diametrically opposed politically as any two I can think of in Congress, but we greatly appreciate you coming together to talk about such an important issue here in the United States. Today, a short-term spending bill has passed by the House. The president says he will veto. Mr. Lewis, let's begin with you since you have seniority.
Well, I think it's important that the president, along with the Speaker of the House and the majority leader of the Senate, reach some agreement, make a deal, cut a deal. We cannot let our government close down. We cannot shut down the government.
Congressman Graves, what's your view on this today?
Well, you know, Jeff, I think we're really at the center of an epic battle for the future of our nation, and that's clearly where we are, and it boils down to really two things. Are you going to be a champion for more government, or are you going to be a champion for the taxpayer? And today, you know, the House passed a measure that would fully fund our troops through the rest of the year so that as the Democrats move us into this government shutdown, that our defense will not be down, the troops will be taken care of out in the field, and, you know, I was pleased to support that. And in addition, we've passed several measures to the Senate to keep the government open and running throughout the fullness of this year, and each time they've rejected it.
Congressman Lewis, do you see any sense of optimism that a deal can get done, where there will be any sort of across party lines to try and get some work done so that this is resolved?
Well, you must never ever give up or give in, be lost in a sea of despair. You have to be hopeful, be optimistic that somehow, in some way, that all of the parties, all of us can come together and do what is necessary to keep the government open.
Do you think this leads to cynicism toward Congress if there indeed is a shutdown, no matter what the political ideology is in the United States?
Well, it certainly could lead to that, but I think the one thing that hopefully the American people see is that we are engaged in a fight, and we're willing to lean into that fight on behalf of the American people and save the taxpayers' money, to change the course that we're on from a fiscal perspective. And we know that it's out of control, it's wasteful Washington spending at its best, and we want to curb that, and we're going to stand firm, and we're going to lean into that fight. And the one thing that my colleague and I certainly agree on is we don't want to see the government shut down. It's just a matter of how much do we save the taxpayers, and are we willing to just take those sacred cows and get rid of them and do it on behalf of the American